What's up, guys? I'm Chad Barnes, and welcome to the channel. Here, it's all about real car talk, from simple fixes to smart driving tips and keeping your ride in top shape. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and make sure you watch all the way through. There's a lot of good stuff coming. Let's get to it.
The company Playme is well known to Russian car owners. After all, it was it that in its time presented the first radar detector on the Russian market with signature recognition of camera and radar signals. The model was called Playme Soft. Recently, Playme has completely updated its line of detectors, video recorders and combo devices, the most advanced of which we decided to study. Playme HyperForce is a full-featured airborne all-band radar detector with signature recognition, GPS informer with updated databases of camera and radar coordinates, as well as a video recorder. The device is equipped with a convenient large display and is able to work together with a mobile application, settings, updating databases, working with videos. Playme HyperForce features display, 3.16 inches IPS processor, M*8336 matrix, GC 2053 video recording resolution, Super HD 2304 by 1296 30 frames per second, Full HD 1920 by 1080 60 frames per second lens viewing angle, 135 degrees memory, micro SD up to 256 gigabytes working ranges of the radar. Detector, X-band, 10.525 GHz, K-band, 24.150 GHz, Strelka STM, laser, 700 to 1100 nanometers. Additional GPS, GLONASS informer, Wi-Fi, supercapacitor, polarizing filter. Combo devices that have an on-air radar detector. There are two types, on the basis of a horn antenna and on the basis of a patch antenna. The first are considered the most long-range, but at the same time are placed in large housings resembling irons. They are excessively noticeable on the windshield and take up a lot of space in the driver's bag when you take the device with you after parking the car. Gadgets with patch antennas, as a rule, are slightly less sensitive to radar signals, but more compact and designed in vertical flat cases. The flagship combo device Playme HyperForce is a classic antenna, i.e. horn antenna, but the body is maximally reduced. The device does not look bulky, but not at the expense of simplification. On the contrary, it even has some additional functions which are not usually found in combics with horn antennas. Playme HyperForce is as short as possible in length, thanks to which it does not look like a horn. The slightly wedge-shaped body carries a large 3.16-inch IPS display on the front panel with control buttons on the side edges. The traditional set, menu, up, down and OK, and on the front panel there is a video recorder lens and a laser receiver lens. The side panels have slots for effective ventilation. In some cases, the compact case can even help if normal GPS reception is hampered by a thermal windshield. There are some cars that have a small area without a thermal lamination in the rearview mirror area. A large horn combi usually can't fit there, but Playme HyperForce can fit there. Mounting of the device to the bracket is magnetic, with through power supply. The adapter cable connector is permanently connected to the bracket, so there is no need to constantly pull it when installing, removing the combo. There are two magnets in the bracket, they are large and very powerful. Plus, the contact part of the bracket enters the mating part of the device as a slot with strict dimensions. As a result, the magnetic force is supplemented by a stop in this groove. The connection cannot be moved horizontally. The combi can be removed only by pulling it downwards. This together with the short and rigid joint of the bracket gives outstanding rigidity and complete absence of vibrations during video recording. The suction cup is also interesting. Its mechanism is not a cam and lever mechanism like all suction cups, but a pivoting one. In fact, it's a small thing that doesn't make a decisive difference, but it's very convenient. We press the suction cup to the glass, turn 90 degrees, twist, reminiscent of the radio volume knob, and the bracket is fixed. The device comes with two brackets, on suction cup and on double-sided tape. It is assumed that with the adhesive tape the bracket can be permanently placed on the glass of your own car, and with the suction cup the combo device can be used while riding on a car share, service car, etc. The package of the device is extended. In addition to two brackets and the traditional paper manual, the box contains a plastic tool for routing the power cable under the sealing trim as well as self-adhesive hooks to help route the cable around the perimeter of the glass where it is difficult to slip it under the trim for some reason. There are also a couple of spare fuses in the power adapter. The power adapter has an additional USB connector for powering third-party gadgets in case you have a single cigarette lighter socket in your car. Of course, the internal power source of the HyperForce is not a battery, but a supercapacitor, which is not afraid of frost and sunlight in the summer afternoon. One of the extremely useful features of Playme HyperForce is an anti-glare CPL filter on the registrar's lens. The nuance is that combo devices in horizontal housings with horn antennas most often do not have these filters because the lens is small due to the narrow rear panel of the housing. Horizontal models with patch antennas have plenty of space on the case, and the lenses there are made excessively large, which in fact is just a sham for beauty because the real aperture in any lens is small and the same for all of them. Nevertheless, HyperForce has a filter and comes with it. The rim of a small diameter lens is threaded and has a full-fledged rotatable and removable corporal, which removes over reflections, flares and makes the image in general more contrasty. It is very convenient to operate the device settings on the large display. The large width of the 3-inch screen allows you to write the menu items in full, without abbreviations and even with a reserve in the length of the line. The resolution of the display is not given by the manufacturer, but it is very decent. The graininess, which is present in many, even quite expensive models, is absent here. The pixels are small, and they are, accordingly, a lot. The brightness of the screen, of course, is adjustable, plus you can turn it off if you want. The settings menu is divided into the DVR part and all other settings. In the DVR part there are fewer settings and they occupy 3 consecutively scrolling screens. In other settings, 4 screens. The menu items are standard enough, something unusual or even more so, crooked Russian language, which is a sin of many auto gadgets. To this day, was not found. Having scrolled through the menu at the first inclusion, having disabled X-band, in which in Russia radars do not work for a long time, having set the necessary duration of clips and having checked the inclusion of the extended range of exposures WDR, in principle. In the settings, to climb more and do not need to. It is more convenient to manage content and update camera databases from a smartphone, for which the Web Vision application is installed on it. It is difficult to write about the work of top radar detectors. As a rule, flagship models of any brand are monotonous in a good sense. The ether module detects absolutely all emitting radars, including the quietest ones. The range of notification, if exceeded, but not too roughly, is enough to slow down in time and safely. There are practically no false alarms on the air. Playme HyperForce recognizes the signatures and cuts off interference from car systems controlling blind spots, various commercial equipment near gas stations, supermarkets, warehouses and parking lots and the like. However, the main task of the air module is to detect mobile radar complexes that do not have clear coordinates and work on the principle of today here and tomorrow here. This is what is missing from the list of features of gadgets with only one GPS informer. GPS informer in HyperForce is dual system. It receives signals from both GPS and GLONASS satellites. This is important primarily in conditions of poor reception, such as snowfall, etc. Also, dual system devices are always faster in linking to satellites. The informer duplicates all emitting cameras with alerts, but first of all it is responsible for cameras working on the radarless principle, which fix speed by measuring the distance traveled using 2 photos taken at a short distance. And, of course, warns about average speed cameras. They stopped operating some time ago, including in their main breeding ground Tatarstan, but both there and in other regions of Russia. Local authorities are constantly working to eliminate them, are constantly working to bring them into the legal field. CPL filter is an extremely useful option for video recording, although some people have not yet tried it and underestimate it. On a lot of cars, the tilt of the glass and the shape of the torpedo inevitably generate abundant reflections into the lens and severely spoil the footage. Not to mention the effect of backlighting from the sun at dawn and dusk. Anti-reflective filter removes these problems almost completely. The DVR writes video in H.265 compression format. Super HD 2304 by 1296 30 frames per second video takes about 130 megabytes on the memory card. Cards are supported up to 256 gigabytes. Day video, night video. It's nice that Playme has updated its entire line of car gadgets at once. Fans of the brand have been waiting for new products for a long time, and now they have arrived. Playme HyperForce combo device is an interesting device that combines first of all the sensitivity of detectors with horn antennas and compactness close to detectors with patch antennas. The software of the device is very well thought out in terms of notification. The device does not miss any radars and ambushes, but at the same time manages not to disturb the driver at all, taking into account the current speed and limits of specific radars in the nature, intensity, frequency and volume of notifications. The picture is complemented by an interesting design and a CPL filter uncharacteristic for such a layout. In conclusion, the Playme HyperForce combo device truly delivers on its promise of providing full-size functionality in a compact package. With its impressive features, user-friendly design, and robust performance, it stands out as a versatile solution for those seeking convenience without compromising on quality. Whether you're navigating city streets or embarking on longer journeys, the HyperForce is equipped to enhance your driving experience. If you're in the market for a reliable and efficient combo device, the Playme HyperForce is certainly worth considering. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more in-depth reviews and insights.